In 2003, Femi, while practicing law in Georgia, United States of America, accepted and deposited a client's $25,000 settlement funds into his attorney trust account. He then withdrew the funds and used the money for personal purposes without disbursing it to the client. In 2007, rather than face a full disciplinary panel, Femi agreed to voluntarily admit to the misconduct and accepted a 36-month suspension from the State Bar of Georgia. His suspension stemmed from violating Georgia's rule of professional conduct on safeguarding client funds. In 2020, the State Bar of Georgia terminated his license due to further ethical violations, including failure to respond to disciplinary inquiries. In 2019, the African People's Party, APP, filed a criminal complaint alleging that Femi had lied on his Independent National Electoral Commission Form CF-01 by not disclosing the 2007 U.S. disciplinary action. In 2024, Femi was again implicated in a corruption investigation involving former central bank governor Godwin Emefiele and Ahmed Kuru, who was the CEO of the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria, AMCON. The investigation suggested that Femi had benefited from property deals facilitated by Kuru during his tenure as Speaker of the House of Representatives. There were allegations that Femi used his influence to ensure Kuru's continued leadership at AMCON, which was involved in questionable bank acquisitions. Everyone, meet Olufemi Hakeem Gbajabiamila. Elected as a House of Representatives member in 2003, re-elected in 2007, Minority Whip from 2007 to 2011, and then re-elected for a third term in 2011, a fourth term in 2015, and a fifth term in 2019. Femi is currently serving as Chief of Staff to Nigerian President Bola Tinubu since June 2023. While there may be no record of formal criminal convictions, the fact that Femi Gbajabiamila has been repeatedly entangled in controversies and subjected to public and legal scrutiny should raise serious concerns for any objective Nigerian. It is not merely the presence of a conviction that should warrant attention, but the pattern of allegations, ethical questions, and disciplinary actions that follow a public official over time. Such a track record, even without a definitive guilty verdict, will erode public trust in governance and cast a long shadow over the integrity of the office held. In a society where leaders are expected to embody transparency, accountability, and moral clarity, recurrent controversies such as the ones Femi Gbajabiamila has been involved in undermine both the credibility of the individual and the institution they represent. Nigerians, how can a nation grow and thrive when those entrusted with making laws and leading the people are individuals with criminal records or questionable moral character? A nation's progress and prosperity are fundamentally tied to the integrity of its leaders and lawmakers. When individuals with tainted records, ethical lapses, or a history of corruption ascend to positions of power, the very foundation of democratic governance is undermined. Laws which are meant to serve the public good risk being shaped by self-interest, greed, and impunity rather than justice, fairness, and equity. We have continued to see the effects. Justice is sold to the highest bidder. The law bends for the powerful, and the poor pay the price. Leadership, which should inspire trust and uphold accountability, becomes a symbol of cynicism and disillusionment for citizens. Femi spent 2 decades in the National Assembly, shaping the laws that govern millions. Yet, with a documented history of professional misconduct, ethics, and integrity issues, what moral authority does he truly have to make laws for anyone? Can a man once found guilty of breaching public trust be trusted to uphold it for a nation? A society cannot truly thrive when its moral compass is compromised at the highest levels. Sustainable growth, whether economic, social, or political, demands transparency, accountability, and ethical leadership. For a nation to reach its full potential, it must be led by those who embody the values they legislate, individuals whose personal integrity matches the public office they hold. Nigerians, wake up. Fewer than 5,000 corrupt elites control the fate of 220 million people. We are a nation held hostage by greed. Follow this page, share, and hit the notification bell for more hard-hitting stories that continue to shape the Nigerian narrative.